rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was taught with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawn. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be, was good. It's your man, Uncle Freezy, joined by international rap and R&B sensation, YouTuber Supreme, Cully, and our co-host from the Knicks at Night podcast, Subliminal 209.
Salute.
Good.
Salute, Unc. Salute, Cully.
What up, bro?
We here.
Hey, y'all, I want to do something real quick. Just real quick, Cully. I didn't get a chance to tell you, but so what I wanted to do is a brief recap of the games that were played tonight. Just scores, right? Just quick go through the scores and all of that, right? Just go through the scores, right? So it'll give us some relevance, you know what I'm saying, about how good or how bad this Knicks team is. Just give us some context, right? All right, but before I do that, I want to shout out the chat. Kane Jerry, what's good? Chuck Allen, what's good, Chuck? What's good?
Salute, Chuck. Salute.
Chuck Allen in the place to be. Kane Jerry, what's good? You know what I mean? Savage NYC, it's good to see you. What's good? Right? So I'm gonna just go through the ESPN scores right quick. Just the ones just the finals, right? The ones that have been completed. So the Denver Nuggets beat the San Antonio Spurs 102-96. The leading, I guess, the top performers of each game is Keldon Johnson had 27 and 4 rebounds. Jokic had 32, 16 boards and 7 assists. Right? The Houston Rockets beat the Oklahoma City Thunder 124-91. Christian Wood had 29 points, 14 rebounds. Kerrith Williams had 12 points. The Thunder are trash. and so are the Rockets. The Chicago Bulls beat the New Orleans Pelicans 128-112. Zach LaVine had 32 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Brandon Ingram had 26 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. The Toronto Raptors beat the Boston Celtics 115-83 in Boston Garden. Jason Tatum had 18 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. The rookie, Scotty Barnes, for the Toronto Raptors had 25 points, 13 rebounds, 2 assists. And I'm going to check this real quick to see how many points Jaylen Brown had just to get a point of reference, some context, right? So Jaylen Brown went 3 for 13, scored 9 points tonight against Toronto. But he had 46 against us. Okay. All right. That should say something. I don't know what that speaks to, but things are what they are. He scored 46 against them, against us, and then scored 9 against them. Right? The Brooklyn Nets beat the Philadelphia 76ers 114-109. Seth Curry has 23 points, 4 rebounds. Kevin Durant, 29 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists. My man had a triple-double. The Washington Wizards are 2-0. They beat the Indiana Pacers 135-134. Spencer Dinwiddie had 34 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. Miles Turner had 40 points and 10 rebounds. Wow. Okay. Of course, you know the score from our game. The New York Knicks beat the Orlando Magic 121-96 in the game that wasn't really even that close. And I don't even want to get to the stats of that game because that game was a mismatch of epic proportion. Right? The Charlotte Hornets beat the Cleveland Cavaliers 123-112, whatever. You know, Miles Bridges had 30 points, 7 rebounds, 3 steals. And games in action right now, the Phoenix Suns are beating the brakes off the Lakers 70-50. And the Utah Jazz are losing to the Sacramento Kings 66-62. Now, with that recap out of the way, how y'all doing tonight, fellas?
We good. We just coming off that W, so that's nice. You know,
Good, man. Very good. Brown should want to be a Knick. I would love if Jaylen Brown was a Knick. But yeah,
man.
Good, man. Good.
So I have breaking news, fellas. Breaking news. The New York Knicks are really, really good. Right? And I'm gonna say this to y'all, and I don't know. I don't know where this is going to register with each of you, but I'm going to ask you this: when's the last time you can remember, outside of Knicks tape, that the Knicks were really, 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 really good?
Really, really, really.
5 reallys.
So 90s.
yeah.
So just for some perspective, you're saying that the Knicks have not been this good since before some people in this chat have been alive.
Right.
Correct.
Wow.
Right. I stand on it. And I stand on that.
Wow.
90s.
Wow.
90s.
Wow. So you guys watched the game tonight. What was the thing that most impressed you guys with tonight's game? We'll just go around the horn. We'll start with Cully.
No,
then, hey, Chuck Allen, what's good?
Sadly, not to cut you off, Breezy. Sadly, I missed most of it, man.
Okay.
I missed a good chunk of it. If I could say one thing that did impress me, it was the score.
Okay. Well.
That's what I would say impressed me. The score.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right.
I'm like behind. I gotta look at some highlights. I probably should do that right now.
Well, I mean, not for us, man. Take your time, bro. So, what about you?
I'm here. I'm gonna pull them up right now.
Unselfishness.
Okay. All right. Hey, Chuck Allen. What?
Yes, sir.
What? Hey, Sub. I want to come back to you with on that too. But Chuck Allen, what impressed you the most on what you saw tonight?
Getting the team out of here that we were supposed to and keeping our foot on their neck until it was over, until they had no more fight in them. Like, I know we were complaining that, they should empty the bench at this time, but, at a certain period. But I like that we're not playing around with teams that we should beat. Orlando had got beat by like 30 or 40 the game before. So it was a given. Like, we should go in there and demolish them. And I like the fact that we put them away and we kept them away. It was never a situation where it was, oh, well, they could possibly come back. I think they cut it to like 16 at one time.
Yeah.
Only 16? Well,
yeah. Okay.
So that's what I'm most impressed with.
Okay. All right. I will say, I want to get back to what Sub said. Sub, and I cut you off too quick, man. My bad. It's excitement. Chalk it up to me being excited and not me being malicious, bro. You know how it is. So, but back to your point, what event in this game excited you the most about? What were you the most impressed with? Like what you saw?
So, like I said, with the unselfishness, the ball movement. So I'll give you a quick example. In the fourth quarter, when it was 86 to 67, and they're making that run, D Rose brings the ball down, kicks it to IQ. And there's 4 people on the 3-point line. There's IQ at the 3-point line, Burks is at the 3-point line, and Obi's in the corner. Rose penetrates, kicks out to IQ. IQ kicks it back to D Rose. D Rose swings it to Burks, and Burks hits Obi in the corner for the 3. Okay. How many times have you seen the Knicks actually pass the ball 4 times with spread out offense with spacing to hit the open guy to get a better shot to the open guy? So that's one of the things that impressed me with their ball movement and unselfishness. Okay. So a little elaborating on that.
Okay. So I'll answer this too. I'll give my opinion on it too. The thing that impressed me the most is we got whatever we wanted whenever we wanted. Right? There were times when Orlando got overly physical with us, and Tibbs just looked at them and said, "Stop letting them push you around." Right? And all of a sudden, the Knicks were more aggressive and physical than the Orlando Magic. And the Orlando Magic were looking around like, "Why don't you blow the whistle, ref?" And the ref was like, "Y'all came out, y'all set this tone. We didn't. Y'all came out physical, and now that they getting more physical than y'all want us to, blow the whistle? I mean, come on." And the other thing too is whoever hit 2 shots in a row for Orlando didn't hit 3 shots in a row for Orlando. Like if you remember at the beginning of the game, Mo Bamba hit those 2 straight on threes. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
And then you don't remember Mo Bamba even touching the ball for a long stretch. You know what I'm saying? Those are the things that fly under the radar. Like Mo Bamba could legit. Because you remember how nervous we were about if Al Horford was going to play for the Celtics the other night? Like Al Horford shoot those straight on threes. We're like, if Al Horford played, bro, we might be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? And then Mo Bamba came out, hit those 2 straight on threes, and I don't think he finished with 20 points. You know what I'm saying? Because he hit those shots early in the game, back to back. Mo Bamba finished with 15 points and 10 rebounds.
Okay.
Right?
See, not to cut you off, like I was thinking about that too. I remember when they was a team that it was tough for us to beat, and I remember those 15 points and 10 rebounds would have hurt us.
Yep.
Now I see it's ineffective against us for him to go off like that against us.
Right.
We got a stronger team. I remember when they was so hard to just beat because they was better than us in every category, but now it's different.
Right. No doubt. That's one of the things that impressed me. The other thing that impressed me is when your stars don't have the best offensive night, everybody else pick up the slack. You know what I'm saying? Like there was a Fournier, Obi, Quickly, and I have to look at the box score to reference to get an exact reference point, but Julius Randle led the team in scoring with 21 points, but Quickly had 16. Burks had 12. Rose had 12. Toppin had 13. Fournier had 18. Kemba had 11. You know what I'm saying? So Julius Randle didn't have to do the heavy lifting. And if this is the kind of performance we're going to get all year, then by the time the playoffs get here, Julius Randle won't be worn out and tired.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Unselfishness and ball movement. I'm saying everybody ate tonight. And it was nice to finally see Kemba get off to a quick start. He had 4 threes in the beginning of the game. And he's been No, go ahead.
Oh, now it seems like Fournier. It seems like he had 18. He picked up. It seems like he picked up where he left off from the Celtics game. Like he was hot, but it's like he didn't have to put on an additional, more points. He had to add more points to his to the menu tonight. They had it. It was a balanced attack. Tonight. RJ looked real good, but yes, like you said, so it's very unselfish. very unselfish, and then they actually look deadly. Now, I mean, Orlando kind of is a weak team. Who knows? They may have it in for us on Sunday. I doubt it, but we look very this team right here. We look way better than the Celtics getting out. Now, like I said, this is a weaker team than the Celtics, but I don't know. We look way better this game.
Yeah, the reason why and the reason why I'm impressed by this game is because you saw small things happen. It's like you have a what do they call that thing where you make a picture out of a whole bunch of little pictures?
Collage.
A collage, yeah. So this right here, tonight's big picture was a collage of smaller things, right? And the reason why I say that is because you saw RJ Barrett's defense wasn't a fluke against Jason Tatum. Because it would have been easy to say that Jason Tatum had a bad game shooting 7 for 30. Oh, Jason Tatum was just off, right? But tonight he had a better game, right? And RJ Barrett defended another guy. RJ Barrett defended another player that was 6'9", 220, right? And RJ Barrett is 6'6", 214. So RJ Barrett, his defense is legit. And the other thing I want you guys to notice too, I noticed this as well. Quentin Grimes defensively is not a fluke. Quentin Grimes defensively and activity is not a fluke. This is not something. This is not fly by night. Quentin Grimes defense is real.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And so I think one of the guys from the Orlando Magic, I think their rookie shot like 4 for 18.
Right.
That is real. Right. So let me go. Let me see. Cole Anthony was 3 of 14, and Jalen Suggs was 4 of 17. So their starting backcourt, though the starting backcourt scored 24 points, they were 7 for 31, Chuck Allen. 7 for 31. We held the Orlando Magic to 39.8% shooting, right? And 39.5% from three, but a lot of those threes came late in the game. Right? And so what I'm impressed by, I'm sorry, ESPN is playing these commercials in my ear. It's crazy. Come on, ESPN.
Man. Well, go ahead.
But the thing I'm impressed by is the collage of small things, right? For instance, Mitch, people said Mitch was out of shape, but I noticed that Mitchell Robinson was everywhere tonight. On the floor, everywhere. Mitch was everywhere tonight, bro. Active, running the floor, everywhere. Offensive rebounding. I don't know what his rebounding numbers are. I can check them real quick. Mitch had 6 points and 9 rebounds in 28 minutes. And another thing real quick. The Knicks shot 50% from the floor, 44 of 88. They shot 44% from three. A new team record, 24 3-pointers made in one game. But here's the thing that concerned me, and I spoke to Stafford about this. The Knicks tonight were 9 of 17 from the free throw line. 9 of 17 from the free throw line. You think a team that could shoot could hit free throws? And the culprits tonight, missing a lot of free throws, Obi Toppin, RJ Barrett.
Come on, RJ.
Yeah. So RJ was 1 for 3. Obi was 1 for 5.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But
I am happy to know Obi's getting there though. I am happy to know that he's getting there. He looked good tonight too. Outside, but
yeah.
What I like that I saw from RJ was he was finishing at the basket, finishing at the cup.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In multiple ways. You know, there was a time where there was 2 defenders at the rim and he met up with them and laid it up. So that spin move, he was at the 3-point line and he drove to the charity line, hit a little spin with the left hand and then laid it up with the right. Similar to what Obi did,
Yeah.
But it wasn't as fluid as Obi's, but it was a lot tighter than his handles had been in previous games. So I was impressed to see different type of movements of him getting to the cup and actually finishing this game. I don't know if it was because it was shorter opponents and they weren't meeting him at the rim and he just wasn't intimidated by them. But either way, you know what I'm saying? Either way, he got it done.
Okay.
You know who I see also look better? Mostly like finding his teammates was Alec Burks, low key.
Yeah.
He was pretty good at finding guys, man. Like he didn't have to really have the best shooting night. He was a little bit more aggressive in finding guys, making the extra pass. I see. So that's dope too, man. Like, last game he shot horribly. I don't even know if he made a bucket or he made one against the Celtics, but he looked better making the extra pass tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
But that's something that he wasn't doing last year, making the extra pass. Like he was out for himself.
That's right.
And so I think something is happening with these guys, a type of galvanization where you have a guy who is a volume shooter saying to myself, okay, I didn't have it last night, so if I don't have it tonight, I'm gonna make the extra pass. I'm not gonna force the shot, get it to the open guy so that we can get a bucket.
Right.
As Freezy was saying earlier, you put this collage of stuff together, you have a masterpiece. You know what I mean?
Right.
I would just like to piggyback off what Chuck said, and you got to remember, Burks was fighting for the bag last year. So he was looking for that next contract. He's been a journeyman through his whole career, and now that he got a 2-year with the third-year option, he's on the team. He ain't got nothing to worry about. He's playing within the team, and he has that chemistry from last year. So his game has changed from being unselfish to being more of a team player.
Bro, I'm going to say this, and I know both of y'all are going to be mad. Anybody ever tell y'all that both of y'all look like Obi Toppin?
They told me that last
like both of y'all look like Obi Toppin.
It was Machiavelli. Machiavelli had mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mom said that the other night when I was on the
I just noticed that, bro. I looked up at Cully. I was like, dog.
Yeah, my mom said that on the watch along. She was like, "Yeah, Obi, like he could be your cousin." She just kept saying it.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, man.
Yeah, Kelly, my brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying? So, East Coast, West Coast. You know what I'm saying?
East
Somehow,
Coast,
some way.
Yeah, man. So Chuck, what were you frustrated by when you saw it tonight? What did Chuck disappear? I'll ask Sub then since Chuck is having a tech issue real quick. So Sub, what would you like to have seen be cleaned up tonight? Is it the free throws?
I mean, you saw more of the first half than I did with the free throws. There's just really not too much I could say bad about the team. I mean, they're unselfish. They're passing the ball around. Randall, Burks, and Rose both had all three had 7 assists, so the ball was moving around. As I would just like to see Mitch, not be so reckless, and because we need him in the long run. As you can see, we're already down. We're already down Noel, so we're already down. We're already down Taj. And Sims is playing limited minutes.
Right.
Tibbs doesn't trust him, so at one point he went small ball, and so as far as like defense, I like the defense that the guys were playing though. They were switching. They were everybody just looked like they were having fun out there. Nobody was really breaking a sweat, working too hard. They were just letting the game come to them and not forcing anything. So I mean, I just want to say it was just a great win overall, and I really don't want to nitpick at the team right now. As far as that, I feel like together as a unit, they did a great job.
So I'm not nitpicking, and Sub, I'm with you on it. After a win, you shouldn't really nitpick and pick things apart. But there were a few things I feel like we should have done better. regardless if it was a blowout win or a 1-point win, right? Emmanuel quickly taking 28 foot 3-pointers and hitting the side of the backboard, no rim at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta, if you quickly, you gotta do better right there. I understand you're confident in your shot. I understand you're confident in your shot quickly, but you shot a ball straight on from 28 feet as an NBA player and hit no rim. It wasn't short. It wasn't long. You missed. You hit the side backboard. As an NBA player, you don't expect to see NBA players do that, right? Even just really good rec ball players, if they take that shot, they're going to at least hit some rim. Quickly shot was off to the right, and you can hear it hit the side glass like boom. You know, so that was a brick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
go ahead. I'm sorry. I was just gonna piggyback off that. That quickly has those tendencies, and we mentioned that earlier. You know, when we were doing the watch along, that he does himself get selfish towards the end of games when they throw in rookies during garbage time. He feels like he's the vet and that he needs to show up and show out. But he forces a lot of those shots. He's off balance. He's not squared up, and he's just in selfish mode at that point where he just wants to get his own. And that's not a good sign. It's not a good look.
Right. Especially when it looks as bad as it does. Right? If you can see a glimmer of hope in there, like if he took that shot, like what you said, if he's looking to eat against lesser competition, we should at least see some glimpses, like some scoring spurts. Like, oh, quickly just scored the last 10 points. Or so occasionally.
Yeah. Yeah, well, he had three in a row. We're watching the watch along, and I was like, "Oh, he's cooking." But I told you, he's gonna throw it up from the logo, and it was just a matter of time where he was just gonna start forcing shots, and I mean, that's just kind of who he is right now, and that's Tibbs' fault because he gave him that green light. You know what I'm saying, but he needs to kind of reel him in at times too, and be like, "All right, settle down. I need you to be more of a facilitator than scorer at this point. We're already up 30." What more are you trying to prove?
Yeah. Hey, so quiet money, big dog. I'm not saying that quickly is trash. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying if out of it's like, you know what I'm saying, getting an A, you know what I'm saying, getting an A on the test. You could have got an A+, but you did such and such. It's still an A, and we proud. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying, if he did such and such, it could have been an A+. That's all I'm saying. I'm not nitpicking because I think I want the kid to continue to grow and get better.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not nitpicking with him. I'm not trying to trade him to Memphis for nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that one thing. And the other thing too, what I would love for them to do is get Mitchell Robinson more offensive touches. Yeah, I think we're at a point now where all we do is let Mitch score off garbage that he can get back.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He cleans up the glass really nice though. So I mean, they're just taking advantage of that and letting him, do that instead of getting him more involved. Yeah, I see that happening a lot.
Yeah.
And he needs to step back.
But do you think
he
I'm
doesn't?
sorry for.
No, I just want to say he doesn't set screens. He just kind of just leans in and walks away. Just set a hard screen. You know what I'm saying? Be the Statue of Liberty out there. Then keep it moving.
Yeah. Good job.
I was going to echo that sentiment. Like Mitch really doesn't set screens properly. That's why in the preseason, I was like, "Yo, Jericho Sims might give Mitch a run for his money because he does something better than Mitch and Noel, but not better than Taj in setting screens." The thing that he had an advantage over Taj is Taj don't have the legs anymore, but he does. This kid has amazing athleticism. I think Mitch is not involved in the offense because if it's not alive, then what are you setting him up for? The baby hook, the short jumper off the glass? Like what is his what offensive set are you really running for him? You know what I mean? Like Julius Randle, you could pin him down on the elbow. You can let him work from the top of the key. You can set off ball screens to get him in the position where he can score. Julius is an offensive weapon, 3-level score. what level scorer is Mitch?
You can just put back score.
TBD.
One level.
Right. So cleaning the glass and getting chippies might be the extent of his offensive prowess. You know what I mean? Like we seen all of this, stuff, these clips that he puts out playing against his friends, but it's never came to fruition in the game. And to be honest, I would have liked to see it tonight. Especially, maybe we'll get a chance to see it Sunday because we play Orlando again on Sunday.
Right.
And so maybe he gets a chance. Maybe they try something for him, like to see what he can do. What would y'all like to see him do in an offensive set? Where would you think he would be good?
Go ahead, Freezy. Go ahead.
That's not a lob. That's not a lob.
As far as the offensive set, I mentioned this on the show when I was with Kelly. Is when he was on the offseason, when everybody was working on their game in the offseason, I wanted him to go work out with Tyson Chandler and work on that tap out. You know what I'm saying? Something easy like that to get more offensive possessions. Yeah. And something simple like that you don't have to, get out of your element and just, it's already, one nature with him. And I don't see him. I don't see anything that he worked on during the off season. He's still the same. He's just the same old Mitch, just a little bit heavier and stronger.
This kid has talent though, bro. Mitch is talented. I'm just not sure how we can. It's okay.
I'll tell you what I would like. Go ahead, Freezy.
I was gonna say I saw Mitch shoot free throws in the game against Boston.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he doesn't have touch, bro, at all. He does not have touch at all. Because and how you know he doesn't have touch is if you're a line drive shooter, all of your shots are gonna be line, like Derrick Rose and Michael Jordan are line drive shooters. When you watch Derrick Rose's three doesn't have like a high arc and come down. Nope. Derrick Rose's three is
straight at the basket.
Yeah, beeline. It's that beeline.
Yeah. And so how you know people don't have touch is Mitch will beeline the first free throw and rainbow the next free throw. He can't find that median ground for success. You know what I'm saying? That's how it comes. He doesn't have touch because he can't find the range at the free throw line. It's one thing not being able to find the range from three because you're at such a distance and a lot of times you're jumping and you got a lot of stuff going on. But at the free throw line, when you get 8 seconds to, take a deep breath and put up a shot, basically take your time. That's a touch issue. And
you had 10 months to work on that. There's no running involved in shooting a free throw. You know what I'm saying? Right. All you need is somebody to either pass it or they have those machines with the long nets that the ball comes right back to you. So there's not much movement at all that requires, you shooting free throws. Is just, repetitiveness, and that's it.
Yeah. So I'm not for sure if he can. I'm not for sure if he can ever fix this. But he's got the perfect coaching staff to fix a broken jump shot. Jay Boogie, what's good?
Yo, salute to y'all, man. What's good with y'all, man?
Hey, excited after our W, bro.
Oh, yeah, I see we got 20, 2 in the dub and 0 in the L. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yo. Yeah, I had an emergency with tonight, man. Somebody had turned this lady down after they moved all her stuff out of her apartment and set it in the middle of the street when we was 2 minutes into the third quarter, man. So I had to go round up a couple of guys, you know what I'm saying, and get them back out, and and go move this lady, man. She was like 63 years old, man. So we just finished doing that, and she ain't even have much money, no nothing, but sometimes you gotta just do certain things just to do certain things. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, right. I didn't see the second half of the game with 2 minutes of it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even get a chance to listen to it with y'all. I had bad receptions, but I'm just looking at my phone and know it was, you know what I'm saying? It was a blowout. and we 2-0, and we got them again in the Garden. That's what's up.
That is what's up, bro. That's what's up. Now you helping out neighbors is what's up. This right here just entertainment, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, you helping out a neighbor, bro. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? This right here, you know. But yeah, man, everything turned out okay.
Yeah, man, everything is good, man. Everything is good, man. I can't complain about that, man. Life is good, man. Life is so beautiful, man.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
and living with y'all brothers every day, you know what I'm saying? My brothers right here, man. Every day.
Man. Yeah, man. So the Knicks had everybody that dressed today got significant minutes. Or not significant, but got playing time. Everybody that dressed for the Knicks today played at least, let me see, let me go back here.
Had to be the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, everybody except Wayne Selden. Everybody that dressed today got at least 3 minutes except for Wayne Selden. He played 1 minute.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Grimes played 5 minutes. McBride played 3 minutes. Sims played 10 minutes.
I saw Burks Rose Quick and Obi, I think it was 13, 12, 12, and 16, something like that off the bench. That's fire.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
That's how we want that bench to be working.
Yeah. Yeah. That's about what we. Let me see. I got ESPN playing in my ear. I mute ESPN, but every time I scroll the page, the player becomes unmuted, and so I blast it in my ear.
About Mitch.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
No, I just want to say one thing I want to see Mitch do. It's kind of basic. I just want to see him simple. I just want to see him catch the ball. He can catch it at the elbow and just run right past his man to the basket and try to dunk. That's all I want to see.
Okay.
Just take his man off a quick first step. Nothing fancy. Just beat him to run right to the basket and try to dunk it. That's it. That's all.
Put your head down and go to the basket.
Put it down, go to the basket. He probably faster than a lot of big men. The man runs like a gazelle. You know what I'm saying? Just put your head down, run right to the basket, try to dunk. That's it.
Yeah.
And see, that's why I was very big on Mitch getting a short jumper. Not even just a short jumper. Why? Because now you got to respect it, and the big man has to come out. Now Mitch has room to move. Oh, you want to come out to test my shot? Blow right by him for a jump.
Yep.
Obi does it all the time. When Obi catches the ball in the pinch post, first thing he does is reverse pivot, look at the rim, pump fake. And the big don't jump, he just kick it out and do a dribble handoff. But Obi threatens the rim first. You know what I'm saying? He threatens the rim. You know what I mean? Mitch don't do that. Mitch catch it right there. He turn around and look back out to the 3-point line and see who he can pass it out to. So the thing with Mitch is I don't think Mitch is a scorer. I think Mitch is a defender, rebounder, and that's probably about it. If Mitch gets into double figures, it's because of dunks. That'll be about it, man.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be like that because Mitch is ambidextrous and he could block with both hands. Just think about, and he's very twitchy with his hips. That's why he's able to guard 1 through 5 when he's on the 3-point line. He opens up, his waist opens up, and he's able to move laterally. So just if he was able to learn some of that from Taj and that dream shake, and just be able to work on the post like that, he could lay it up on both sides of the glass with either hand. It's just I don't understand why we have these developmental staff members and no one's putting any work in with Mitch.
I think it's a mindset though, bro. I don't think it has anything to do with his ability because like what you said, he's agile enough, just like what you said. But I think it's a mindset.
I think he's just hard-headed because if you heard his interview, he was like, they've been telling me to lift weights, and finally, this is year 3 or 4, and he's like, yeah, I decided to hit the weights over the summer. But bro, they've been telling you to do that for I don't know how long, and now you finally, put it in your head that I'm gonna do it. So he has to put it in his head that he just needs to do it. He's just raw, you know. He's just hard-headed and raw, and he needs to take that next step.
How old is Mitchell Robinson?
22, 23. 22? 23?
Let me see. I'll check for us just real quick. I have it pulled up here. I got
probably
Mitchell Robinson is 23. He turned 23 April 1st.
When? My fault.
Yeah.
It's August, right?
Yeah, he turned 23 April 1st.
Oh, April 1st. Yeah. He's April Fool's. That's right.
The only reason why I bring that up is because Mitch is a young guy who didn't have the college experience. College and the military prepare you for being on your own, because in college there ain't nobody to wake you up for that 8 o'clock class. Ain't nobody who's going to tell you to go to class. Nobody's going to tell you to study. You have to take it upon yourself, right? Mitch didn't have that, and I don't think there's that kind of stability around him. I hate to keep bringing up the fact of how many agents he had over the time that he's been a Knick. So there's a level of maturity Mitch hasn't reached yet. So when you all say, it has to come down to him, Mitch mentally may not be there yet. Mitch might not be taking it serious yet. It's still a game to him. It hasn't become his profession yet. You know what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
But I agree. These are things that he should have been working on. And I think as a coaching staff, you have to know your players. I know this is the professional league, but we're talking about a kid. Uncle Freezy, your kids, your sons. How many times you have to fuss at them about? Didn't I tell you to cut the grass?
Yeah.
Why is the grass not cut? And it's like I've said what I said, but it took you until now it's 12 o'clock. It's noon. You ready to go out there and cut grass? Like, it's hot now. Right. You get a heat stroke now. But those are kids. Like, they procrastinate. I'll get to it when I get to it. Like, it's going to get done, when I get to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think the coaches should have been on him a little more. If we were talking about a veteran, if we were talking about somebody like Alec Burks not doing something, then it's like, come on, bro. Like, you've been in the league how many years? You how old? Like, why are we still trying to coddle you? I think Mitch needed a little more tough love in the beginning of his career. But the fact that he's getting it together now, it's a plus, right?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So the thing is Mitchell Robinson is in a situation where, and I don't want this to turn into a bash Mitch session, and it's not. And Chuck Allen, that's not what Chuck Allen is doing, right? He just pointing out some things, probably pointing out the obvious. You know what I'm saying? You know, and so, but I agree with Chuck with some of the stuff that he's saying. But I think we're in a situation where we're fortunate enough that we have guys that are multi-talented enough to cover up for Mitchell Robinson's offensive deficiencies. I mean, if you look at it, the Knicks in the last two games, in one game they scored 138. The next game they scored 121. So if we don't get offense from Mitch, we can get offense from other places. You know what I mean? For instance, in Obi Toppin, right? Quiet Money said we wilding right now about Mitch. I don't know. I wouldn't take it that far. This is not an indictment on Mitchell Robinson. You know what I'm saying? I don't want it to be that. What I want to point out is, if Mitch did have a decent offensive game, and it'll probably come. But if he did have an average offensive game, the kid would be a double machine, bro. He would probably already be paid. You know what I mean? But it's one of those deals where right now I don't think it's something that we necessarily need, especially since we have old man Taj. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we got old man River on the roster too. So
Yeah, but to Chuck's point though is these are like our kids, they're and we want the best for them, and we just want them to develop and be better at their craft. So that's why we're pointing out these things. We're not bashing them. We just we just want better for them.
See, and now I gotta ask, how old are these people that are saying we're wilding, that we're nitpicking? Y'all sound like the T-ball era, like the kids that had to get the ball put on the stick to hit and run bases. Run, Jimmy. Yo, I'm not from that era.
Participation trophies, everybody. Participation trophies.
Right. I'm not from that era. You swung the ball, you missed, you got out in the backyard and you practiced. You practiced to get better. It was okay for your coach to tell you you're not doing good or to fuss at you during the game. Like I don't understand. Like I'm not saying Mitch is garbage. I'm not saying we should trade Mitch. I'm not saying Mitch is the worst player ever, but we want to see the best out of Mitch. Like we see the potential of what it could be. We are proud of what it is now, but man, what it could be if he put a little more work into it. What it could be if he took his to the next level. Because there are so many guys that came through this league that we thought were going to be something, and they didn't turn out to what we thought they were going to be.
Right.
And it was because they didn't have the necessary work ethic. They didn't put in the gym time that they should have to become the best that they could possibly be. Mitch has absolutely enough time to grow and become better. We got to stop doing it just because someone. It's not even negative what I'm saying. It's the truth.
Right.
It's the truth.
Right.
And sometimes the truth hurts.
Right. So I think I agree with Sherwin M. Mitch is just fine doing what he's doing right now. And Mitch is he can develop other stuff. My thing is, as long as we're winning, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I don't mean it as, and I don't mean winning in terms of game to game. I mean, as long as we're a winning franchise, as long as we're competitive in every game, as long as we can score and do the things that we want to do to an opponent, and we don't necessarily have to get the outcome that we want every time. Like for instance, we have the Milwaukee Bucks coming up next week, or at some time we got the Chicago Bulls next Thursday, right? If we don't beat the Bulls, I'm not going to say that we're not good. It's, we lost one game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what it is. But hey, Jay Boogie, let me ask you this: how do you feel about RJ Barrett only scoring 7 points tonight?
Jay Boogie, you're muted.
What's wrong with that? Every night ain't gonna fill up stats. RJ's doing something different, man. And we're gonna have to let that happen. All that one RJ to get 20-something points and all that's done. It's over with. RJ got a new role. His new role is being our wing defensive player. And he don't need to be showing up against no bums. So when big numbers don't come up against a bum, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad game. You know what I'm saying? He just probably had no motivation for this game. But as long as he's showing up doing what he got to do against the big time games, like he did the other night against Boston, playing D, being patient, waiting for the game to come to him and putting his all out effort in, you know what I'm saying? For everybody saying how we going to miss Reggie. And then when the fourth quarter, he started stinging that jump and all that. I'm good with that. I don't care if he put up 5 points against a bum. I don't even like talking about bum games. As a matter of fact, I ain't even going to talk about a bum game no more this season because we supposed to kill that bum just like we did tonight. I'm going to start just hollering in big boy games because I feel like we that far advanced. I don't think last year we'll lose a game to a bum. Oversleep. But now, everybody on that same page, all games count. And that's what Tom is doing. Every game count this year. No matter who you playing, crush him. That's what we doing this year. Crush him. And guess what? You got to have a good night to beat this squad this season. A good night. Ain't no easy victories for us no more.
Okay.
I'm good with what RJ doing, man. I'm good. I know he got a new role. You know what I'm saying? We got a new all-star on this team. Let me put that out there. Evan get ready to be an all-star this year. I'm telling y'all that. Telling the whole world that's listening. He's getting ready to be an all-star this year along with Julius.
Jay Boogie, are you serious, man?
I'm serious. Line up the shooting guards in the East. Line them up. Tell me who out there.
Hey, okay. All right. So in order to not sound like a hater, I just need to get more information on that.
What?
On the Evan Fournier All-Star thing.
See, if you need to get more information on it, that means, you know what I'm saying, you got to search and find other people that's going to be in his spot in front of him. Now, I know Brown is one of them guys. I know Bill is going to be one of them guys. James Harden going to be one of them guys. But where everybody else at?
No. That's not what I'm saying. I don't know if Evan Fournier is going to be an All-Star, not because of them, because we can't control what they do.
Mm-hmm.
We can't control what they do. What I'm looking at is Evan Fournier going to be able to keep up this pace in our system? That's what I had to. That's where my trepidation come in at, not what they do, because outside your house, you can't control what other people do. But is Evan Fournier gonna be able to have enough of an offensive impact to make the All-Star team? And then there is also the Knicks media. I mean, the national media don't love the Knicks at all. And so in order for Evan Fournier to get the love for the All-Star game, he got to convince the national media that he's a player. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So I'm not knocking your point or what others are doing. I'm just thinking, like, can Fournier keep this up for how many games? Say, can he keep this up for 40 games in order to get enough love from the national media and voters in other stadiums in order to make the All-Star team? Because voters in other stadiums, they vote too. So it's like, will they recognize an Evan Fournier, or will he have to do it twice? Like Julius Randle. Remember, Julius Randle had to put up great numbers twice in order to make the All-Star team once. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm getting at, Jay Boogie. I ain't questioning where you're coming from, because to be honest with you, I think it's a brilliant observation. Mm-hmm. Because right now, Fournier, in my opinion, after 2 games and after 2 questionable opponents, he does look like an upper echelon shooting guard in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah,
would you agree?
I mean, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. But my thing is watching ball players come to New York and don't pan out to be what they were, or they don't pan out their game until after they leave New York. You know what I'm saying? Come into the Madison Square Garden on that big stage, on that big moment, and them big lights the other night in overtime, and calmly and cool as he was, that said a whole lot. When people was all, we don't miss Reggie and all, Reggie can't do what that man doing. Period. So I don't even want to hear about Bullock no more. You see him the other night in Dallas?
Trash.
And you know what it makes me, it makes me feel good and say, that's how far we come. Look at the old Knicks over there, y'all. Look at the old New York Knicks over there. That's how far we don't come, and we left them jokers. Right. Our has-beens is over there in Dallas, all of them.
So let me ask you this. What okay, because I have a play that's sticking out in my mind right now about Evan Fournier, right? Mm-hmm. I have a play in my mind that's sticking out with Evan Fournier. And I'm sure that y'all have your own moments with Evan Fournier this season, right? But my Evan Fournier standout moment is when the Celtics were trying to save a ball that was going out of bounds. They save it. The guy try to pass it to a guy standing at half court. It's two of them, right? And Evan Fournier reads it like a defensive back and picks it off for the steal and goes in for the dunk, the layup the other way. Right? That's that's a defensive play. That's not an offensive play. You know what I mean? But that is like one of those moments at the Garden when you needed something. And for a fan base that loves defense, see, the Knicks fan base, we're a defensive-minded fan base. We love defense. Whether you like the New York Giants football team, whether you like the New York Knicks, when you talk about golden era of New York sports, it's centered around defense, right?
Right.
Like one of the best players to ever play sports in New York City is Lawrence Taylor. You know what I'm saying? One of the best players to play sports in New York City is Patrick Ewing, right? And so what I'm getting is so with me, I think defense first. So when I see Evan Fournier pick off that pass and going for the layup, I'm like, yeah, he built for this. He built for this, right? So to your point, the reason why I said I just need to see more is not because I don't think the dude is not capable of doing what you said. I just need to see more of it.
Fournier, we talking about?
Yeah.
Fournier, yeah.
We'll see.
He takes a challenge too. There was a time where he was guarding Brown at the 3-point line and ripped him.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So not only that though, we all know he's not a very athletic guy, but his IQ on the defense and his awareness, he'll get beat, but he'll recover at the same time and pick his angles and contest the shot and always have his head on a swivel. So if you notice him going around, he's always moving. He's always looking for, like you said, those passing lanes or whatever it takes. He's not just and that's that's the defensive end. He's not just one dimensional. He can pick. He can shoot. He can take them off the bounce. And how they had how Burlock and Randall had that chemistry last year where Randall will kick out to Bullock on the three. Now he has Fournier in that same position. They're playing hot potato back and forth, trying to get trying to get a better shot and a better look than they originally had. So yeah, we're gonna see Fournier times 10.
Did you see the play? Did you see the play with Fournier and Randall running the pick and roll on the wing?
Yeah.
And Fournier and Randall have such instant chemistry that Fournier threw the no look pass, bounce pass behind his back to Randall for the three. You know what I'm saying?
They have the handoff, and then Randall sets the screen for him, and that's good because unlike Bullock, who couldn't really put it on the floor, Fournier could put it on the floor a little something. Just 1-2 dribble, pull up, and then boom. He just needs a little bit of space, and he's good to go.
Cully, what if Reggie Bullock would have threw a no look behind the bounce pass behind his back? What would have happened?
Bounce.
But Fournier can also take him off the bounce where he gets to the cup, and then the defense collapses. The defense collapses, and he kicks out. You know what I'm saying? So he's smart in that area where he doesn't force anything. He plays under control all the time.
Julius feels real good about working with that guy. You can see it in Julius and him developing. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. It's a difference from passing the ball to somebody that's wide open. You know what I'm saying? Than the passing the ball to somebody that that's going to do something when they get it. You know what I'm saying? Reggie was wide open when he was getting them shots. You know what I'm saying? So they knew he was a standstill. He can't do nothing off the dribble and none of that. But this dude here, Julius is looking for this dude and building a certain type trust with him for the ones that said he didn't trust nobody in the playoffs last year or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But he is accepting this dude to come on this team. And it's nothing better than for a ball player that's going to a new squad than for the man of that team to say, yo, my arms is open to you, my brother. You're welcome. And that's what I'm seeing between them guys. That's why I say, I believe he's going to be an all-star. Because Julius and him, that's a hellified tandem. And one of them's left-handed and the other one's right-handed. So when they crossing one another, they're going opposite ways, opposite directions. It's not like him and RJ last year, left to left. You know what I'm saying? It's a different zig and a different zag, man.
Yeah, you saw that last game, though. You saw that last game when it went to overtime, how Randall trusted Fournier. In the first 3 plays, he was handing him the ball, and Fournier hit 3 threes in a row.
Yeah.
So when Randall was gassed, he handed over the reins to Fournier to take over. And, and that's what makes the game a lot easier for Randall, is that he's not forcing these shots when you don't have any legs underneath them.
Right. And you know what the cool thing about that? The cool thing about it, Cully, is this. We look at Fournier as if he's an old man. Fournier is only a year older than Julius.
Yeah, he's 27. Or 28.
Yeah, he's 28. He's 28. He'll be and Fournier. I think Fournier's birthday is this month. Hold on, let me see.
Well, why you going?
Fournier's birthday is October 29th.
He'll
be 20. He'll be 29.
What's going on the 29th? I can't remember. But I do want to say one more thing though, just to chime in. I want to see Kemba build that with Randall too. But however, I do see Kemba will utilize Mitch in that pick, because Kemba is very good at converting with the PNR. So I mean, he did it a few times a night. He went around that Mitch screen and just pulled it. Kemba was doing that. He did that everywhere he played. So, but I want to see him develop that with Mitch a lot more and Randall. Because when all three of them run that pick and roll with Randall, it's very effective. I know you see in overtime, it was very effective when Randall, when Fournier and Randall ran it together. It was very effective, and it was effective one of those preseason games too when Kemba was using it with Randall. I would like to see all three of them just do that, just hot potato with each other. We need that offense. We need that versatility. We didn't have that last year. We didn't have none of that last year. Randall might have gave it to Peyton. Peyton might have went right to the basket, and who knows, and yeah, we would have had to pray for a bucket. Now you get to Kemba, Kemba might go to the basket. He might get crowded. He'll look to kick it out, and somebody's going to be open. We got a lot of spacing. We've seen a lot more Randall dunks this year too. We already seen 2 dunks from Randall already.
Right. It's crazy, right?
With authority though, he's like, yeah.
Yes. He would have got that one on Wendell Carter tonight, and the man ain't fouled him. I think he's gonna put it on. I think he's gonna put it on him. If you ask me, that's what I think.
Right, and that was cheap too, bro. By the way,
it was dirty.
That was cheap. If Wendell Carter, you should know better.
Right.
We said it at the time. Wendell Carter, man, you lose about 31. I mean, I know y'all trying to establish a culture, right? But come on, man. Right there, you got to have some respect for your NBA brethren.
Yeah, that was dirty.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gotta have your, you know what I'm saying? Like it'll be like when me, Jay Boogie, and Cully rocking the mic, right? We all rocking the mic, you know what I'm saying? Cully spitting his bars, Jay Boogie spitting his bars, and then somebody throw the microphone on the floor, and before I spit my bars. So now I gotta go pick up the microphone off the floor. Come on, bro. We gotta have respect, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be respect in the game, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't mean to cut you in, but I'm listening to what you're saying. What happened? Because I didn't see the game. I hear you talking about what happened. What are you doing?
So what happened is Julius Randle got a breakaway dunk attempt late in the game, and the Knicks were up by 31, and Wendell Carter fouled him as if the game was on the line. You know what I'm saying? He hard fouled him, raked him across the face, and you know what I'm saying, sent Randall to the free throw line, but Randall got teched up on that. He got a technical foul for that. You know what I'm saying? Because he was mad, because he was like, yo, you lose about 31, B. Why you gonna foul me on something like this? If y'all were down 4, I can dig it, but y'all lose about 31, B. Sometimes you gotta cut your losses.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Just listening to what you're saying. That's NBA law, dude. That's NBA rules. Julius got no business going to do that. If that's what happened, what you're saying, Julius got no business. First of all, he ain't got no business in the game. All right.
Now that's a fact.
Right.
That is a fact.
He got no business in the game. First thing first. Now, dogs, you showing us up, man. We laid down. We beat. You showing us up, dude. I can't let you do that. The same thing happened. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to bring up his name, but the same thing happened with Peyton and Crawford in the Garden when he tried to show us up and he went at him. He was like, yo, what you doing? Blah, 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 blah. And we all saluted him for that. You know what I'm saying? That's almost the same situation. Just listen to what you're saying. You know what I mean?
It's a little bit different though, bro. This one right here was not like Julius Randle should try to do a crossover and spin move and all that stuff. Julius Randle, as a power forward, you don't often get breakaway dunks in a season. Not dudes like Julius Randle. And so he got and so Wendell Carter just ran him down and fouled him. And so the thing is, if it were us down by 31 and Wendell Carter was breaking away dunk, we'd have been like, no, Julius, don't foul him. Let him go ahead and dunk. You know what I'm saying? It's only 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're going to build your culture off a fast break foul. Because neither team were trying to set each other up. Both were trying to do the correct basketball play. What I'm saying to Wendell Carter is, what if you would have hurt Julius Randle right there?
Right, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? What if you would have hurt Randle right there? Right? You know what I'm saying? Now you hurt Julius Randle, and we went in by 30, and you just go down there and break his arm, or rake him, or make him fall and hurt himself.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying? When you could have just let that man have the basket. It's not like, because the whole time we've been sportsman-like the whole time throughout the game. Orlando was trying to be physical with us. The only reason why we ratcheted up our physicality is because they were trying to push us around, right? So we had to match their intensity, and when we matched it, we wound up blowing the doors off of them. And then they started complaining about they too physical. Well, if y'all didn't set the tone, we would never be here, right? It's like Jadakiss and the Diplomats. It's like if y'all didn't try to do this, Jada wouldn't have had to rip everybody's head off. You know what I'm saying? So
I get some of what you're saying, and I feel you, but you never know what's on that man's mind. You know what I'm saying? The man's still on his rookie contract. He just got traded. He's trying to prove to the owners, I got heart. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna quit. I ain't gonna give up. You never know what reasons why these guys do certain things. But you know what I'm saying? I hate that happened. And of course, I'm gonna ride with my guy. But sometimes, first of all, he shouldn't even been in the game.
He shouldn't have been in the game.
He shouldn't even been in the game.
All of us agreed. All of us agreed to that. All of us agreed to that.
We were saying that during the game. Why are they still in there? Throw the rooks in. Yeah. And it wasn't until after that where Grimes was in. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah. I'm glad he's okay, man. I'm glad we got a dub, man. Yeah, right. I'm glad my young brother, you know what I'm saying, Freezy don't jump out that screen, because that's a big dude right there. Y'all ain't never seen Freezy, but that's a big dude right there. He's the box, man. He's the box, man. That dude.
I'm still boxing, bro. I just had a snack. My snack was popcorn. I didn't put red chili flake on it. But generally, what I do is eat my snacks to be popcorn with some type of oil, not butter, but some type of oil. Maybe I think we got avocado. Avocado burn fast, so you got to watch it. But it's like maybe an avocado oil and red chili flake and cucumber slices, bro. Once I lose these 70 pounds, bro, I'm gonna be sparring. Cully, you got to get in it, bro. You can make $800 a week just by boxing, bro. Just by going in there and getting beat up. $800 a week.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that ain't a lot of money, but if you already getting a check from Uncle Sam and you already got a job, that $800, you know what I'm saying? You can do something with that. That could be my daughter's car payment money or something.
Looks like me and Kelly have to take a couple more nights on Knicks at night, because Unc's not going to be all there. He's like, what's Wednesday, Thursday? When's Knicks at night?
Hey man, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it down this morning, man. I'm just getting in. I gotta shower up and all that good game. But I just want to holler at my little brother real quick. I ain't gonna say no names, no nothing. But I got the word from a legend, and this is what he told me. That's an ESPN banger. I'm waiting on you.
Bim.
I'm telling you right now, he already know who I'm talking to.
He already know. He better. He better get his verse tight.
I'm telling you, it's an ESPN banger. That's the word that I got.
Right.
And I'm going to holler at y'all great men. Love y'all, man.
Oh, you
Hey,
mean?
man, hey, love you, bro. Take care of yourself. Jay Boogie, I'm gonna try to remember to play the joint tonight too.
Huh? Hey, man. Did you get some rest the other day? Have you gotten rest?
Bro, okay. So every time I like take a nap, man, I oversleep. That's why I don't do it, bro.
Well, don't oversleep. Try to undersleep.
Bim. There we go.
Bim, man. Bim this morning, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. We need to make a fantasy trade too, man. Stop playing, man. Holding on to them Bronsons, man.
All right. All right. I got somebody. Chuck, what's good?
What's good? Technical issues tonight. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you good? You good?
Yeah, man. So we was talking about before you jumped on, bro. We were talking about the stupid Wendell Carter foul on Julius Randle for the breakaway dunk.
Yeah.
To me that was mad petty, and it shows that Julius Randle just doesn't get respect around the league, bro. Like if that were Giannis or LeBron, Wendell Carter Jr. wouldn't try to foul him, and if he did, he'd have got a flagrant foul. But since it's Julius Randle on that break, come on, bro. Power forwards don't get break. Don't look at Obi Toppin and think that's the status quo, right? Because Obi Toppin is don't even. He's an outlier. Only maybe two power forwards in this league that play power forward minutes constantly get breakaway dunks, and that's Giannis and Obi, because they're faster than everybody. But most power forwards, in Zion Williamson, maybe. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, PJ Tucker ain't getting no breakaway dunks.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Dudes like that don't get breakaway dunks, bro. So Julius Randle get a breakaway dunk and you gonna foul him? To me, that's petty, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's petty, bro. That's
So we got two power forwards that can get breakaway dunks on the same team. So that's a given.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Right. And so the thing with it's so rare. Wendell Carter, just let him have it. Because if trust me, if the shoe was on the other foot and Wendell Carter got a breakaway dunk, Julius Randle wouldn't have fouled him right there.
He wouldn't have to.
It wouldn't even been nothing. It'd have been like, it's only 2 points, bro. Good job.
Wouldn't have had to.
Yeah. Hey, Knicks Nation said, hey,
you get ejected.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's petty. That's why Julius Randle got the tech. He like, yo, why you even coming at me like that?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so
what was the score at the time?
Score had to be like, whoa, like.
Nah, bro, down on Cannon. In this situation here,
mm-hmm.
in this situation here, I'm sorry, y'all. It's Donald Cannon said, stop it. When we was losing the team, and y'all want to see some emotion, so we can't be mad at him. Yo, but nah, bro, sometimes you got to know when to cut your losses, bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
You wanted Wendell Carter before Freezy?
No, nah. He's saying when we was a losing team. Nah, I ain't want Wendell Carter. No. Nah, what I'm saying is
2 years back.
Like I'll give you an example. The other night, the best example. So Sub said, yo, man, I'm a little nervous, right? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell Sub that I'm gonna just be hanging out, but I'm gonna really have my hand on this button in case things get slow. Because at the end of the day, it's Blorange, so we got to help each other out. But then about like 15 minutes in, Sub got in his bag, right? Right. So Sub got in his bag. He was talking. I was like, Dad, this dude ain't even taking a break. He talking. I was like, yo, he didn't even acknowledge the chat or nothing. He just in his bag. And so and I was like, yo, I need to jump in and say, yo, you got to acknowledge the chat, yo. But Sub was in his bag. So when Sub is in his bag, why jump in and let him have it? Was it hurt? You know what I'm saying? Why would it, what was it hurt? When Sub got in his bag, I wanted him to acknowledge the chat, but Sub was in his bag. Let him rock. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Let him have it.
Mm-hmm.
Wendell Carter is only 2 points. If you stop it, guess what? You still losing by 31. I mean, come on, man. Juju 92, what's good?
I mean, that was the old NBA. Like if you're up by 30 with minutes left, yo, if you're trying to hot dog on us, you're trying to throw it off the backboard at 360.
Yeah.
Back in the day, someone would put you on your back.
Yes,
like, come
you
on,
would
yo,
get
have
the
some class.
Russian sickle off the top rope. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
But I agree. Like, yo, let him have it, because I would definitely be the same way if we were down by 30. Like, yo, why you fouling him on a breakaway dunk?
Right.
It's not going to change anything.
Right.
What are we doing here? Because when you do stuff like that, you can put a guy's career in jeopardy.
Right.
Even if it's just pushing them in the back, you can come down wrong.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying, man. At some point, we got to, Julius Randle needs respect, bro, is basically what I'm getting at. At some point, Julius Randle, why does Julius Randle always have to prove himself around the league, man? Well, what else does Julius Randle have to prove? He an all-star, all-NBA. He got his own franchise. He led his team to the. What else does Julius Randle have to prove?
It just shows the immaturity and how young that team is to pull a stunt like that. There was no communication on the court for that team. There was no leader on the floor for that team. And when it came down to it, you saw Terrence Ross kind of grab Randle in the chokehold and kind of like calm down. He was just playing around though.
Joking with him.
Yeah, he just joking like, "Come on, big bro." You know what I'm saying? Just it's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. And that just shows the veteran, come in and step in and do something like that. Nobody else was telling Wendell that he was wrong for acting out like that, and so that just shows you that's why they got blown out today, because there was no leadership on the team to kind of bring them together and
settle them down.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
make them have perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because as men, we need to keep men around us to keep us anchored, right? Perspective, right? Because when you walk around as a man, and women too, and I'm sorry if I disrespected the ladies. I should have said as adults. As adults, we need to keep a certain circle around us, like an older generation around us and a younger generation around us, so that we can keep the balance in our life. Because no matter what your age is, you are not going to know everything for your age, right? Say for instance, you a 20-something R&B rap sensation like Cully, right?
Mm-hmm.
Say, you know what I'm saying, that you got all these fancy cars and all this fancy jewelry and all these pretty girls be in your videos and all this stuff like Cully. You still need somebody around you to say, hey, Cully, listen, all this stuff is nice, but remember, you got to treat people right and do the right thing every time. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like with me, even at my age, man, I have dudes 70, 80 years old that be around me, and they be like, yeah, but Uncle Freezy this, Uncle Freezy that, and so they tell me, like, you know what I'm saying, not that I'm a baby and I'm that I'm immature, but you still need veteran leadership. That's what I have in my life. Veteran leadership. The veterans around me, they like, yeah, man, we know you want to build this big fancy house, but just keep one foot in front of. They give you good advice and all that stuff, right? Orlando clearly does not have that. Even their head coach is young. Jamal Mosley is young. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I said all of that. You know what I'm saying? I said all that to say this. I think Wendell Carter will probably apologize to Julius after this, because I think an apology needs to be, because if the shoe was on the other foot, we wouldn't have fouled them like that. You know what I'm saying? But things are what they are. My bad, Chuck. I ain't mean to steamroll you, bro.
Nah, you didn't steamroll me. You. I'm definitely agreeing with everything that you said. It's a maturity factor when you're when you're getting beat like that, and there's nothing you can do within the confines of the game, you resort to cheap shots. Right. I remember us getting beat by like 35 by Allendale Fairfax, and our power forward thought it would be great. 30 seconds left in the game to pop somebody in the face. And you know how you drop a chip on the ground and the ants swarm it?
Yeah.
I didn't think we were going to make it to the bus.
Right.
I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yo, Mac, why would you do that? Yo, he was aggravating me all game. Mm-hmm. But he dropped 30 on you. You should have did something then.
Right.
Not now. And you know, and I think as a coach, you have to have that conversation. If he doesn't go and apologize, you need to go apologize. Get on the phone with him immediately because you got to play them Sunday. Mm-hmm. You know, unlike in high school, they cancel that game, cancel our games against them for the rest of the year.
Right.
You know, but in late game situations like that, like, yo, if you're not going to do it within the confines of the game, just take your butt cutting like a man, lick your wounds, go back to the drawing board and see how you can get things better. I think it's a mistake not having veterans on the team because they would immediately check that. Like, I feel like if that was Udonis Haslam, he'd have ran on the floor like, what the F you doing? Right. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
We're down. Why are you doing that?
Right. Well, Chuck, let me do this because you said 2 to 3 interesting things, and listen. So I am gonna nitpick right here, right? And I got a critique right here, right? So when we do the live stream, sometimes you guys say 2 or 3 things. Y'all make 2 or 3 great points, right? And we don't get others' thoughts on the things that y'all say. So say, for instance, one of the great points that Chuck Allen just made, and I'm going to critique him on it, and it's because I like Chuck, right? So one of the things that he said just now, he mentioned the lack of veteran leadership, right? But before we can speak to that point, Chuck brought up another good point. So I'm going to slow Chuck down right here so that we can highlight what he said, because the things he said were dope. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing this to Subliminal 209, and then I'm gonna get Cully's feedback off it too. So Chuck mentioned veteran leadership. So I'm gonna ask Subliminal 209. And Chuck, listen, you on fire, bro. I want you to keep going. But what I want to do is extend the conversation by talking to the great points that you made. I hope you understand where I'm coming from, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So Subliminal 209. I'm gonna ask you this based off of what Chuck said. How do you feel about this Knicks team's veteran leadership?
Oh, it's great. We have not only veterans on the floor, but we have veterans on the bench. And I had mentioned it before when Kemba was on the bench talking to Jericho Sims after Tibbs had chewed him out. That don't worry about that, little bro. You know what I'm saying? That's how you be. And Rose had mentioned it also in an interview that don't look at him in the eye because he's going to snatch your soul right out, right out.
Yeah.
And he's going to take your game away.
Yeah.
And those are, that's our starting point guard and our backup point guard. So just to have those 2 guys on and off the floor, make a big difference for these young guys, the Quickleys that are in the bullpen, to become the next upcoming point guard, lost also with McBride. So, we have these 2 young guys that are going to learn, a lot from these veteran point guards. And then we have Taj. Taj is a player coach himself. And, he's going to teach Jericho, and hopefully he gets into Mitch's ears too, and learns how to become not only a player on the court, but just being a man off the court and how to carry yourselves. So we have those guys. We have Jules, who's basically showing you, like, Mallow wasn't really an outspoken person, but he was one like, just, I'm gonna show you my game, and if you could pick, you could pick up what I'm putting down, then you can learn from me in that way. And that's kind of how Jules is. He's going to show you everything in his bag, how to be a 3-level scorer. And if and Obi kind of had a whole full year to learn from that. So we have veterans in every position to learn from these, to teach these younger players. And they're, like I said earlier, they're just like sponges. They're just absorbing all this information, absorbing everything they can from these vets, because it's not their time to shine right now. They have next year, and they have situational minutes that they're going to be in the game, and be able to use those elements and be able to put them out on the floor. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm happy with what we have.
And so Subliminal 209 had 2 excellent points about the veterans, right? And so I don't want to get to your 2 points yet. I'll point out one that you mentioned: the 2 types of or the different types of veteran leadership, right? So Sub mentioned the 2 types of veteran leadership. And to be honest with you, if you a fan of Blorange Tears and all that stuff, see, these are the kind of type of conversations that we should be having instead of saying Alfred Payton can't shoot. So, but Cully, right? Here's the thing. You think the veteran leadership on this team is an effect of the front office going out and getting good leaders, or do you think it's team chemistry and an organic feeling of people that like each other that leads to a young player willing to listen to a veteran leader?
The first one was, you said, do I think it's part of a tribute to the front office?
Yeah. Do you think the front office went out and got leaders?
Yeah, I agree. I think both. It's a balance of both. I think they went out and got leaders.
But Cully, I asked you one or the other.
One of the others.
Yeah.
One, I'm gonna lean more towards the second, the chemistry, right? The guys willing to listen.
Right.
I think so. I think I'm gonna have to go. Since I have to pick one, I'm gonna go with that one. I think well, for one, you got 2 point guards. I mean, that's one thing that's key. And point guard is a position that's usually they usually direct the traffic for the most part. At least that's what they should do. They should direct the traffic. So you have 2 reputable point guards that can that other guys can learn from and play alongside of. Like that says a lot. And you have, and also they're not going to take. Yeah, Dave Roberts said Derrick Rose was plus 34 in the court tonight. You have like a guy like Derrick Rose. He's not going to take losing for an answer. You know what I mean? No matter how much he can contribute to the game, contribute, he's not going to take losing for an answer. You know what I mean? Despite his character, despite him being like more of a, he looks more of a quiet guy. You don't see him yell too much. I mean, he will get on his players. He will get on them, but despite the injuries and him not being a shell of himself. Same with Kimba. Kimba's a shell of himself. So you're not going to see them do you're not going to see them do the acrobatic stuff they used to do in their primes. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see more of you're going to see some of that, but to a lesser science. You're going to see them get their buckets, get to the spots they're most comfortable with, and you're going to see them contribute the best. Well, I do think that they will give in. They will give in to whatever system we have. These guys are veterans. They're gonna give in. Derrick Rose trusted Tibbs for years, wherever he went. So he believes in Tibbs, and Tibbs believes in him. And Kimba, I don't think Kimba's gonna take nothing away. And I think that sets a good example for the guys younger than them. They ain't got no choice. You know what I mean? These young guys, they ain't got no choice but to follow through with the older ones. Like Taj. They don't got no choice but to follow behind Taj and listen to Taj. And I'm not gonna say listen to him, but you know what I mean. Like they don't got no choice but to take the right advice from Taj. Taj's a good guy to get advice from. He's a good locker room guy. So of course they don't. What better can you do? And you got Kimba, you got Rose leading the way. What other veterans you got? 20. He's another veteran. You know what I mean? These guys can all learn. They can all learn from these. These are the right guys to learn from. If you ask me.
Well, what type of So let me ask Chuck this. Chuck, so there are different types of leaders, right? And this. I think you got military experience. There are different types of leaders, right?
Yes.
There is the lead by example guy, right? There is the hands-on, let me show you the way guy, like the dudes that are going to show you exactly how to do it, right?
Right.
and then you have the rah-rah cheerleader guy. Like,
The
follow
motivator,
me in the battle. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you have different types of leaders. And you guys have all been in the workplace. You all know the different types of leaders. You know what I'm saying? People in leadership, they do it separate ways. Do you think this type of leadership works best for these young kids? And so here's the thing, I want to use an example. So the leadership group before this, Marcus Morris, Mo Hawkless, all them guys, they were rah-rah guys, and the team was terrible. And the young guys that were puppies underneath them are busts. Frank, Damian Dotson, Alonzo Trier, maybe Knox. I don't want to say Knox, but he was in that group underneath them. And then now you have this other group of young guys under cats like Taj Gibson, Derrick Rose, Kemba Walker, and I'm talking about R.J. Barrett, Miles McBride, Jericho Sims, Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly. They look like they're going to be productive. Do you think that this type of leadership serves the organization best? Do you think this type of quiet, lead by example, whisper in your ear type leadership, pull you to the side type leadership is best to groom rookies in New York City?
Wait, this question's for Chuck, right?
Chuck.
Okay.
I'll say this. Each of those leaders that you just described have their place, and they're going to meet certain people because they gravitate to that style of leadership more, right? I think the quiet reserve, let me talk to you in your ear, works in New York because of our media. Our media talks. It doesn't matter front page, back page. It's the New York Knicks. It's news, and we're going to talk about it. So some people don't respond well to the guy that's in your face yelling. There were plenty of people that went AWOL doing basic training.
Yep.
You go on your 2-mile run and come back. Whoa, we're missing some people.
Wait a minute.
You know,
people.
Right. So I think what we have is the correct group of veterans. Derrick Rose, the youngest MVP in the league. Kemba Walker made his name in college, earned his bones with the Charlotte Hornets. Taj Gibson is known as that workhorse basketball player, that glue guy. Like, they have established names in the league. Who is really Marcus Morris? Who is Mo Harkless? And you're talking about a rookie that's coming in that probably never seen them play or seen them on the bench for a team or seeing them bounce around. I'm like, I'm better than this guy.
Right.
This team drafted me. Who is he to tell me? But Derrick Rose has a little more cachet.
Okay.
I was probably, I'm speaking for the rookies, like they were probably in high school when Derrick Rose was Derrick Rose.
Yeah, man.
And that's a big thing. As a leader,
You talking about dudes
you
that
have
are
to
20,
know,
Chuck? These dudes were probably like 10 years old
10 years old,
when Derrick Rose was winning MVPs.
got his jersey on,
Yeah.
watching games, trading cards. Now I'm on the
Playing
team
2K
with
him. They playing 2K with him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I have an attachment to this guy because I'm a fan. I respect his work ethic because I'm watching how he comes in and does his job. Yo, hey, so how do I get better? Or when they do say something, it's not taken to heart because they have, like, their name means something. So I think they have the right two guys. They're disciples of Tibbs.
Right.
They know what Tibbs wants to do. So if any of those kids know anything about those Bull teams, they know that those guys were pillars of that offense and that defense, right? So they know what's up. I need to be drawing as much information from these guys as possible too. We know that they're workhorses. 3, when you have someone that has a name, he can demand a certain level of respect. That's why a person like Mook may appeal to the fans. Like, yeah, that's that 90s New York grit in your face. But to a kid who only seen him bounce from team to team, it's like, well, who is this journeyman bum trying to tell me, what to do? So I think we have this method is going to work because it's working for us.
Okay. And so the thing is to your point. So Chuck, that and I hate to peel back the layers for the point that you said about 20 minutes ago, but you said some things and so Subliminal 209 did this the other night. He hit you with point after point after point, and we didn't get a chance to talk about any of the points, but the points were so good. And so I hope y'all don't take this as a negative critique, bro. The thing is, as a fan of this channel and as a fan of y'all, I be wanting y'all to elaborate on the points that y'all be making, especially Sub, because Sub is rapid fire, and you kind of got rapid fire with the last point, man. The thing about veteran leadership, I think it is one thing that we can't understate, especially in a season where we look to do something that we hadn't done in a long time, right? The coaching staff is one thing, and the front office is another thing. But you're gonna have to have some veterans on the team that are gonna help you get over the hump, right? Because what's gonna happen? We'll play Orlando, right? And we will probably beat Orlando in the Garden. You know what I'm saying? And the hype after that game is gonna be insatiable. The Knicks will be 3, and I'm saying if we win, the Knicks will be 3-0 in New York City, and we won't play again for 2 days. So it'll be 2 days that the Knicks will probably be 3-0, right? And all over the Knicks at Night podcast, Knicks Morning Drive, Nothing But Knicks, Terry and Trey, Knicks Fan TV, Knicks Film School, everybody is going to be talking about the 3-0 Knicks. And I'm here to tell you that you're going to need veterans amongst those young guys, because we have 9 guys that are 23 years old and younger. You're going to need veterans to be like, hey, man, slow your roll. Don't go out and buy a Bentley just because we 3-0, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because as quick as we 3-0, we can be 3-3. You know what I'm saying? Just slow down. Just take one game at a time, right? Don't be making plans for All-Star Weekend just yet. You know what I'm saying? Before we can be 5-0, we got to be 4-0. You know what I'm saying? You got to focus on from game to game, right? You need those vets that'll be in the kids, because when the coaching staff say it, it's going to sound like coach speak. And when the front office say it, it's going to sound like business. But when one of your peers gives you advice, like I'll give you an example. I like tattoos, right?
Right.
A dude, my complexion come to me and be like, bro, I wouldn't get that tattoo if I was you. You know what I'm saying? I would get something more like such and such. You know what I'm saying? I listen to that because he got experience in doing something that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So I think the veteran leadership is important, especially if we win Sunday. Next week, the game against Philly and Chicago will be important for the vets to settle us down, because if we beat Philly, going into Chicago, we'll be 4-0, right? And what you don't want to do is, in an 82-game schedule, use all of your energy. You don't want to use CSJ. What's good?
What's going on? Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to the panel. What's going on?
What up, bro?
Hey,
Salute.
so what we was talking about, bro, is veteran leadership. And so what we don't want to do is, if we beat Philadelphia for the first time in 5 years or whatever it is, 4 years or whatever it is, if we beat them, we don't want to look at spending all of our energy in game number 4 or game number 5 in an 82-game schedule, because you'll get burnt out and you won't be no more good. and then that leads to 2-game, 3-game, 4-game losing streaks before you can correct it.
Right.
Or am I Henny Penny, or is the sky falling? Am I Chicken George or Chicken Little? Which one? Which one's the sky falling? Which one's the sky?
That's Chicken Little. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken. Okay, because Chicken George is from Roots, right?
Right.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Let's say you breaking out a fiddle or something.
Fiddler. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So, hey, so what you think, Sub? Am I overreacting to the veteran presence thing, or am I in the ballpark?
Now you're in the ballpark because it's like, like it's like having, two parents, good cop, bad cop, where Tibbs is the bad cop, chewing you out all the time, but then you have the good parent with Taj and Rose, who have been there because and they're able to relate, they're able to settle the youngsters down. And not only that, Rose has been at the top of the peak, the top of the hill. He's seen it all. He's been up there with MVP, and now he's kind of settled down into his game where he's able to let everybody know, you can get to the highs, but don't think that you're better than everybody else. Once we start climbing together, so they're able to reel players in, and they play different positions where Rose is the point guard and Taj is the big, so they're allowed to spread their knowledge throughout the players on the back court and the front court. So it's just it's one of those things where they're able to relate. You can hear it from your parents, but when your peers tell you the same thing, you're able to understand and listen to them instead of like Tibbs barking at them all the time. So we do have that veteran leadership in different angles and different ways how to use them to let these youngins soak up all that information and kind of be able to have these veterans take them under their wings. So yeah, you're in the right ballpark as far as that. So
So what you think, Chuck?
I agree. But like my earlier point, having the right veterans just makes a difference. Randy Moss was always going to be Randy Moss because he was just an athletic talent. But having Chris Carter across the field from you made a difference. And when Chris Carter spoke, it was like from God's mouth to your ears. Like, yo, this guy's put in work. Like he's one of those guys. But if it was some 30-year-old receiver that has only 400 yards total receiving, it's like, yo,
Jake Reed and Chris. If it's Jake Reed and Chris Walsh that came to talk to, because they were on the roster, to Chuck Allen point. Jake Reed was the number 2 receiver the year before Randy Moss, and Chris Walsh, Bill Walsh, the great coaching legend, Chris Walsh, his son was the 3rd receiver. But when you get Randy Moss, bro, everybody got to slide down a seat. You know what I'm saying? And so when to Chuck Allen point, not to cut you off. No, I'm sorry, Chuck, but not to cut. So when Jake Reed go give Randy Moss advice, Randy Moss like, who are you? But when Chris Carter go talk to him, he got to sit down. He got an Indian squat, get his pad out, and take notes.
Exactly. So I think across the board we have started to cross our T's and dot our I's. We have the competent front office, right?
Right.
James Dolan has guys that he can trust. The people that he couldn't were gone. The people that he could, they got extensions, they got hired. Now we need a coach that is going to demand the best out of our guys, and he's going to take the little that we can possibly give him and get the most out of it. Coach Tibbs. Now we got to bring his disciples in to help facilitate the offense and defense that made him successful in his stints with Chicago and to a certain degree with Milwaukee. I mean, not Milwaukee, Minnesota. So you bring those guys in. They have a resume. A resume counts, people. So now you have coaches on the coaching staff that know how to develop that know how to get the most out of their players. Then you have guys that been there, done that, that are the living, breathing example of, yo, you listen to what he's saying and doing how he said it, yo, this is where we can go. Because it's nothing like when we were talking about Orlando, not having the veteran leadership.
Veteran leadership, yeah.
And OG, you have to have someone older because they've lived longer. They've had more experience. And when you have someone not only have experience but success, you tend to listen to. Who would you listen to? The old homeless guy or the old guy with $1 million?
Cully, somebody do with $1 million. I'll listen to Cully.
If I was the one with $1 million,
Cully got that bread.
I wish.
So,
Yeah,
but Chuck, I understand where you're coming from, bro.
Hey, can I ask you a question though? Real quick. I just want to know if that is a result of coaching as opposed to culture. The reason I asked that question is, okay, the 2017 team, right? That Fizdale inherited. I know we don't like to speak his name, but do you think that you would have gotten the same result out of that roster with Coach Tibbs as the head coach?
I think Tibbs will turn them into winners, bro.
Which year team? The 2018?
17, 18. You talking about the Noah Vonleh, Mario Hezonja, Emmanuel Mudiay,
that was still
Enes Kanter. Yeah.
No, that was still Jeff Hornacek. 2018-19 was Fizz.
Oh, okay.
But that team, that 2017, 2018 team with Jeff Hornacek could have been winners, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe.
They still had Porzingis.
Porzingis was ready to give up though. I don't know. Tibbs, I don't know. Tibbs would like something like that with them minutes on them weak old knees of KP. I don't know, but he could have turned them into winners though.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. And then the season after we had a horrible 2018-19. Who do we have? Hanoza. We had how you say his name?
Hezonja.
Let's call him subpar Mario.
That was another. And then we also had Noah Vonleh. We had Noah Vonleh in that team.
Yeah, Noah Vonleh. Who else did we have? Damian Dotson.
Hardaway.
Kadeem Allen.
Lance
Hardaway.
Thomas.
Oh, Lance Thomas.
All y'all's favorites.
Oh my goodness.
Trey Burke was on that team.
Lance Thomas would have started under Tibbs.
He would have started under Tibbs. He was like, I like this guy. He's a glue guy. He's starting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trey Burke Iverson. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So let me ask another question. And so Duke basically spoke to it in the chat, and I wanted to talk to y'all about it too. I asked Jay Boogie about it, but so what do y'all feel about RJ Barrett? Do you think his offense has been subpar? Y'all ready to give up on RJ Barrett?
No.
No way.
No.
That shouldn't even be a question.
He'll be all right.
We have to understand that his offense is going to take a little step back because of Evan Fournier. Mm-hmm. Not for nothing, Evan Fournier is the number 2. Mm-hmm. Like he was the number 1 in Orlando for years. He is, RJ, like Jay Boogie was saying earlier, if RJ numbers aren't 20 points a game, but RJ is playing that lockdown defense, he's giving it to everybody the same way he gave it to Tatum. He's rebounding, he's finding guys. I can appreciate that, but there will be games where RJ is going to just be hot. Only problem with RJ, free throws, bro. We got to knock down those free throws, bro.
OB2.
Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson, we got to knock down these free throws, because I think what were we from the line tonight? 9 of 17.
Yeah, 9 of 17. Yep.
We got to shoot better than that.
I think RJ will be. I I think RJ will be the next man up after Fournier.
Yeah,
Like, let's say if Fournier, let's say if he was hurt, I think RJ will be the next man up. I think he's ready to be that number 2, possibly. I think he's mature enough. It's also a maturity thing too to be, to take that type of role.
Okay.
I think he's, mature. I think RJ's very mature. I think he's the next man up after. From these 2 games though, it does look like Fournier's like number 2 guy, and I feel like Kemba isn't because he can't be, because Kemba's a shell of himself. So Kemba has to be maybe a number 3 or 4 guy.
But do we need Kemba to be All-Star Kemba?
No.
He has to be better than Elfrid Payton. That's
right.
it.
That's it. Just be Kemba and be Payton. That's it. And be healthy.
Yeah, just be serviceable.
Kemba could play off of Randall. That's what I wanted to say. I like the last game with the Celtics. I like that. See, I didn't really get to see this game too much, but I like the Celtics game because, there was when we was losing, there was a streak where Randall just kept saying, "Give me the ball." He kept saying to Kemba, "Give me the ball," and he was killing. And then all the guys, at least every player guarded Randall at least once before the first half ended. And all Kemba had to do was bring the ball up and get Randall in a spot and give him the ball. That's all he had to do is see. Last year, as you know, Randall was bringing the ball up, and that's all his energy just getting drained. So you got Kemba to bring the ball up, to take, and there you go. You get some seconds of rest before you get in your offensive set, before you can start cooking, before you get a little ISO. They can't double team. They couldn't double team Randall, so he only had one man to work on, and boom, that's all it is. Kemba could play with Randall. You know what I'm saying? Kemba could play with Randall. You know what I mean? That's how. And then there might be some nights when, once in the blue, Kemba will be hot. Everybody could play off Kemba, but we don't need Kemba to be All-Star Kemba. But I just Fournier might, he might put up All-Star numbers. But
what is All-Star Kemba?
All-Star Kemba is probably 20 plus, like 25, 26 plus, 24. He's not gonna put. I don't think he's gonna put that up. And you know what? The funny thing is, I feel like he wants to put that up. However, his body's telling him no.
So it's like an R. Kelly song.
Yes.
Okay.
I think
all right.
His body is telling him no. You're not putting. You putting up. Kemba will put up. Kemba had 11 tonight. 11, 17 the most. Kemba could put up. I feel like 17 to 20 the most. But I'm going to say 17. I feel like on an average, 11 to 15. I'm going to say 13, 15. But
his mind is telling him no, but his body is telling him yes. Or is that backwards?
His mind is telling him yes. His body's telling him no.
Okay.
He wants to put up 25. That's what he wants. He wants to be himself. However, his body's telling him, sit your behind down. Don't even think about it. You got arthritis. Don't even think about it. You know what I mean? Put up these 13 points and shut up. And that's it. You got Fournier. Fournier could put up the same thing, could put up the same as Kemba, probably more now. He's younger. He's a little. I mean, he used to be injury prone at one point, but he's younger. He's a little bit more. He's a little bit more healthy than Kemba right now. You know what I mean? He don't got the arthritis problem. Arthritis is serious. So
arthritis is serious.
Right. So Fournier could put up his buckets. He probably could put up more than Kemba. That's how it should be. Let Fournier be that number 2 guy. Probably between, as far as the starting line. What up, Rob? As far as the starting line, it's okay. It's okay for Kemba don't got it. Kemba could be the 4th, 5th leading scorer in the team. You don't have to be that guy, man. RJ could be the next man up, and if it's not RJ, you got D Rose, you got some guys, you got Toppin quickly. You got guys that can step up, man. That's why this team is pretty, pretty deadly. You know what I'm saying?
We just need Kemba to get off to a good start like he did tonight. Tonight was one of his better games. He hit, three 3-pointers in the beginning of the game, and then that's it. Because last year we always started the games off in 11-point deficit.
Slow, yep.
And we were always playing catch up. So it doesn't matter, like they said, it doesn't matter who starts, it's who finishes. So if Kemba's going to be the starter and get us off to a lead, we don't mind Rose closing the game. So that's kind of
that's what I'm saying. Right, my fault. So that's what I was saying. Last game, I'm like, all right, double OT. Them freeze we called it. We said, yo, he got to start Rose. Kemba don't got it tonight.
Right.
Kemba don't got it for no double OT. This is not the same Kemba. This is not the Kemba that would take over overtime.
Right.
You already know the old Kimba.
Cardiac, you took cardiac Kimba.
Cardiac Kimba would take over. He'd probably give you 8-9 buckets straight. Okay, let me not drag. At least 5 buckets straight in OT. He'd be the only one scoring. He'd be giving you buckets after buckets in OT. He's deadly. It's not the same Kimba. You know what I mean? Rose had to come in. Rose saved the game, man. Whatever Rose contributed. Who saved OT? Was it Fournier, right?
Fournier
ran who saved OT, man.
And Rose did too.
Yeah.
Rose closed it with that bank shot.
Oh yeah, the bank shot over Schroeder. Yeah.
Rose closed the deal. That was the winning score right there.
The guy was too small for him, man. What's the name? Schroeder was too small for Rose.
Yeah.
Rose had enough. He had enough. See, Rose had enough in the tank, man, to get that bucket off. That was too. That's a Rose. I'm not gonna say that's a vintage Rose, but you know, that's work for Rose.
Bro, my fear though is heavy minutes early in the season is going to be to the detriment of us later in the season.
Yes, it is.
That's my fear. So Rob, what's good, bro?
Who played heavy tonight? Nobody really played tonight.
Randall
had 30
Yeah,
minutes.
but they shouldn't have been in at the end of the game, though. Tibbs should have kicked him out and threw everybody else in early, right before that flagrant foul happened on Randall.
Yeah, and Rob, what I'm saying is it's not this. I'm not saying heavy minutes. I'm talking about high leverage minutes. So the Celtics game was a high leverage game that went into double overtime. It was a pressure packed game that all these possessions were high pressure moments, right? And then it went into 2 overtimes. That's what I was getting at. Not the fact that a man played 28 minutes in a blowout. That ain't what I'm saying.
Did you see what Tibbs said, like referring to that game versus this game right there? Have you seen the press conference? Tibbs was more like, he's saying like, look, he said the camaraderie, pretty much what he was saying, not on this quote, but the camaraderie of these teams that they play for each other. So they came in ready to play. Did you see LeBron James quote after we won that double overtime?
Yeah, I saw.
Okay, so now he said that, look, weak legs the next day. Fournier said, yeah. But then, did you see the score of Boston's game?
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was like 80.
They got blown out the building on the same night that we blew them out the building. We blew Orlando out the building. They got blown out after that game. Right. Last year, that would have been typical Knicks to win a game like that and lose the next game. Play down to the competition.
Right.
Right now, there's a different like aura around this team.
I agree.
In this team, we not only played that same game, but the other team that we played act like we would have acted last year.
Yeah.
But we blew them out with less minutes. Even though he shouldn't have, I would agree that some players shouldn't have been in there like that late in the game. But the fire that we came out with, it's a different mindset that this team has. You know, so they played good enough tonight that we seen McBride, we seen Grimes for extended minutes. We seen our bench for extended minutes after a double overtime win. That's impressive to me.
Okay. I'm with you. I'm feeling you on that. Because not only do we come out with energy early after a double overtime win and then travel
and then travel was home.
Yes.
And Boston was home.
And then they traveled, right? They left New York City to go to Boston.
They could have walked to Boston.
Right. That's my point. That's what I'm getting
at.
And
they got blown at their home opener after that same game that we played against them. We blew the team out on the road.
Right.
And they lost that. They had the tied legs. Wrong team, LeBron.
Right.
Wrong team.
Right. And then so both teams after this game are going to travel back to New York City, right? And play each other again Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm feeling I think I like what you know what I'm saying, the direction that you're going, right? But
Yeah,
I'm
mindset.
gonna say this. So sub. What do you think about what Rob the knowledgeable Nick said?
Yeah, what would be more impressive is if Tibbs takes the guys out, if we have a big lead like that again and makes those adjustments. Because, like you said, that wear and tear over the 82 game season is going to add up and it's going to bite us in the behind if he continues to play these players like that. So we've seen Tibbs make the adjustments and going small ball and changing up his rotation and allowing different players to come in with the Jericho Sims for a short amount of time. And you saw Grimes for like 49 seconds in the second quarter before halftime. Then he was the first one off the bench at the 5-minute mark.
I don't think it was 49. I think I seen this number. I think it was 6 seconds.
6 seconds, something like that. But it was a short.
But it was a smart substitution because I think it was a short amount of game time, but it was a long amount of real time because you get to let your guys sit for the rest of that quarter, then the quarter break, and then have them come out and then come back out in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? So I think it was a smart move. Phil Jackson used to do that with Michael Jordan. Like with 10 seconds left in the quarter, he was just sitting there like, Mike, sit down. And Mike was like, for 10 seconds? No, bro. You gotta look at it in real time.
That was like commercials and everything. You're 100% right, Freezy.
Yeah,
you're 100%
you get to
right.
sit down for like 8 or 9 minutes, bro. 8 or 9 minutes, that's a long time. But it's only like 10 seconds of game time. You know what I'm saying? So my bad, bro.
Do you guys know that Charlotte is November 12th?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Are we talking about that yet?
Yeah. I talked to Uncle Fulio about all of us getting together. Will you be available that Friday?
No doubt. I'm only I'm an hour 45 from Charlotte.
I know. Me too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So I was thinking about maybe us getting a suite, but that's like 3 weeks away. I don't know if we'll be able to get a suite in like 3 weeks.
Hey, look, they got a row right there, like row 103, seat K in the K section. You right there, center court right now it's $186 for the ticket.
Okay. You can't beat that.
$186 right there. You right there, center court, but you across from the bench. You on the other side of the bench.
Okay.
You across the floor on the other side, looking at the bench, but you right there at the middle center court, but you favoring the visitor side. So we'll be looking straight at the Knicks bench. But row K is in the first row, right up there on the.
You showed them 186.
I seen 186. I looked at it yesterday.
We was looking at me and Mocha was looking at tickets.
What site you was looking on?
Oh, she was calling it out to me from the other room.
Oh,
so there was tickets that were like $687 a piece.
$186.
No, not yours. No, she said there were tickets that were $687 a piece.
They got $15 seats right now still available, but your back is against the wall.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and then Charlotte ain't even gonna be packed like that. I don't want to sit way up there, man. And then
hey, look, Charlotte is gonna be packed this year because those front row seats that was that we had that the last time I was at the Charlotte game, they was $235. They $701 now.
What?
They $701 now.
Get out of here.
The same tickets that I had at $236 is now $701.
Get out of here. Okay. So basically what you're saying is we need to book the Charlotte trip this week.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll do that. What I'll do is after, well, not after this, because after this I got to get some sleep, man. I'm going out of town. I'm gonna get on the road and I know Cully gonna be like, yo, Uncle Freezy, why you don't never get no sleep? You know what I'm saying? But I'll probably get on the road about 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And
where you going?
Columbia.
Oh, you going right up the street?
Well, not necessarily Columbia. I'll be in Fairfield County. I'll be in Fairfield County. Hey, Chuck, out there by Winsboro, Chuck.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get on the road. Yeah, so I'm gonna be out Winsboro way. Winsboro, Newberry, in that area.
I got me a new Victory cigar now, Freezy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Romeo and Juliet, $8.75.
Okay.
That's what instead of the Inferno from last year.
Yeah, the Inferno. Yeah.
Yeah, I went to the Romeo now.
Okay. Those expensive, bro?
They like about you get one for about 13.
About
They
13.
like.
You go to the tobacco place to get it, or?
Well, I got a cigar shop down the street from my house, and me and the guy's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I do order from
the website?
famouscigars.com. That's where I get my boxes at.
Okay.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, man. So Rob, I gotta wrap up here, man, so I can get some sleep. But I want to so I'm training, man. I'm thinking about getting back in the ring.
Okay.
Boxing.
You going heavyweight?
I ain't got no other choice.
Well, what's gonna be your fighting weight?
So I want to get down to so I want to fight at. So I'll probably start at about 280. But when the prize fighting start, you know how you fight for purses and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I want to get down to about 255, 250. I don't want to get no lighter than that because I still got a job, I still got to work. And you know what I'm saying? The heavier I am, the better I'm able to take the pounding of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to be at work and my back hurting and ribs hurting and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They used to.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, Freeze, I gotta ask you a question. Did you mention Fort McClellan? I was listening to a podcast.
Fort McClellan, Alabama. Yeah.
I did basic there.
Me too.
What year you did basic there?
88.
80. Oh, I was before you. I was 86.
Okay.
So you was gonna be the police?
No, chemical. I was on the other side of the post.
Yeah, me too.
You chemical?
I'm a signal soldier.
Okay, look at Rob. Look at y'all had all the ladies. Okay. Yeah, man. Hey, yes. Hey, Todd, don't do it. Yeah, man. Hey,
I heard you.
Oh, my bad. But hey, so what I was hey, so Knicks 100. What I was telling, right? See, you can prize fight for purses about 800. You can fight for $800. Say every Saturday night or so, right? And so for me, $800 a week is a lot of money. You're
gonna do the Rocky Balboa circuit?
No, we call it the Chitlin circuit. It's Rob, we in the Carolinas, bro. It's the Chitlin circuit. It's North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, maybe some Tennessee, some Virginia. You know what I'm saying? You get out there or you could be a sparring partner, somebody's sparring partner for like $75 an hour.
Oh, no. Not to get just beat up on. And then
for an hour, bro?
No, because then when you hit the dude wrong, they're gonna jump you in the gym. You don't want to be that dude.
Hey, and so now we smart, right? Because back in the day, these dudes like you go in and you spar, and man, like the dude be like, come back Friday for your check. No, I ain't coming back no Friday for no check. You're gonna pay me right now. Now, hey, bro, if you ain't cash apping me, I ain't going in there. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it is what it is. These 100's like, nah, we need to move it. Don't get killed. Cully, I ain't gonna get killed, bro.
So you gotta fight me first.
No, man, I don't want to fight nobody, bro. I just want to make this $800 a week, bro. Kelly, for me, $800 is a lot of money, bro. I know y'all live in a city. I know y'all live in a city and y'all got bread and all that, bro. And I don't want to speak to people's personal finances and all that stuff on the joint. But for me, $800 a week is a lot of money, bro. You know.
So you gonna fight every week?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So what type of shape you gonna get into first?
Probably a big fat round shape first. You know what I'm saying?
Freezy, you going in there to be a punching bag, man?
Bro, it ain't just that. So Rob, at my age, I ain't gonna never be the heavyweight champ, bro.
Yeah, we know that, but we don't want you to be on the podcast all swole
and slurred up.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah,
Brain
never that.
damage, man.
Never that,
Acting
bro.
like he on Spink's little cousin.
With no teeth.
Yeah.
Nah,
You too old to be losing teeth.
I know. I know. Hey, nah, man. What I'm getting at is okay. So Quiet Money just sent me a joint. Okay, hold on for just a second. Nah, what? Nah. Quiet Money. Nah, it won't be. It won't be that, bro. It won't be like that.
What Quiet Money say?
He said, "Don't be coming on here all bruised up." You know what I'm saying?
Looking like you've been in Fight Club.
Yeah.
And we don't know who been hitting you. You've been hitting yourself.
Dude, nah, man. In the early fights, it'll be headgear and all that stuff, and then the higher you go up, the rules and all that stuff will be set different and all kind of stuff, man. So nah, it ain't that. It ain't as serious as what it sounds. I'll be safe, man. But bro, Rob, like when we at $800 in the Carolinas, if you can make $800 a week, bro, that's a lot of money, bro. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you don't want to be like barely can get in the bed on it.
Well, that's one of the things. Even Roy Jones and them elite boxers, they're gonna have trouble with that, bro.
But they ain't going to work the next day.
Good point. Good point. Yeah, duly noted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all talk about looking like Martin.
Yeah, you over there like on the radio show, you just like
nah, man.
Talk about Randall got not Randall got 30, Randall got 30. 30. You know, we can't, you know,
man. We'll be all right, man. We're gonna do it the safe way, man. I'm gonna just make sure that the diet is right, the exercise regimen is right. And you know what I'm saying, do those type of things, man. And then plus I'm at the age now where I do need to cut weight, get back in shape, man. Because before you know it, you know what I'm saying, I'll be headed into them 60s. And you know what I'm saying, I don't want to be a big guy heading into my 60s, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But hey y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Rob, we're gonna be back on tomorrow. You gonna be free tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay,
what
so
time?
we'll be so we'll probably jump on about 11 tomorrow night.
Okay.
And so we're gonna rock for a while tomorrow night, man, because we don't have a game. And then plus, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of us, we ain't seen each other in a long time, the season back. We got a lot of stuff that we want to chop up. But for tonight, man, I gotta get out of here so I can get on the road and make sure I make it back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, man. And then what we'll do, I'm gonna get with Uncle Fulio and some others, and we'll see what we're gonna do about that Charlotte game because it's right around.
Because he's in Charlotte, right?
He is in Charlotte. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we'll chop it up and see what we can do. I want to pay for my stuff ahead of time, so by the time I get there, I don't have to do nothing.
Yeah. So they like I said, I seen 186 on Ticketmaster.
Okay.
That was Ticketmaster that I watched that I seen, and they had some seats.
Okay.
But usually when I do go, like a lot, but I don't want to take the chance because of ball, and I already know what the hype is behind that.
Right.
But I used to always deal with the scalpers, but now
right.
I don't want to run into. I know I even got one I can personally call.
Right.
Down there, but I don't know if I want to. I want to deal with that now that they done got. That's when they was like garbage last place. So
yeah.
I don't know, like pretty much.
And then plus two, what about parking?
Oh yeah. Parking, another thing. But me personally, I'll park at my daughter's and take a Uber down there and then go back because she live in Charlotte. So
yeah, that's right. I
really don't have to, worry about that too much.
That's right, because I like to taste the adult beverages when I be at the game.
Oh yeah, I do the whole downtown, whatever time you want to get down there. And then I know the Uber going right back to her crib, and I'm good.
Right. So but hey, we'll work that out. We definitely going. We'll definitely work that out. I just want to make sure I sit by y'all.
Okay, yeah. No, look, it looked like that row is open. That whole I think I see 2 rows that was open right now for that 186. So
okay.
Hey, anybody heard from Kev?
No.
Is he alive?
I've been checking. So I've been calling them, texting, hitting the obituary, and everything, man. I just ain't heard nothing from. I think what it is it might have been too much for him, man. He just need a break.
Well, did he get mad at somebody or something?
I don't know. I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? The last time I talked to him, we was Gucci, and then all of a sudden, because he used to call me about 10 times a day.
Yeah, because he used to always vent to me.
Yeah.
And I used to keep him on board, but then all of a sudden he just like
disappeared.
He Houdini, but he down there. I think that what you call it, know where he stay. Jay Boogie know where he stay.
Nah, Jay Boogie don't. No,
yeah, because I think Jay Boogie say that he stay like around the corner, like at least 6 miles away. After
because Jay Boogie hit me up and asked me where he stay.
Oh, so I think he told him, but he didn't really pass the address, because I know Jay Boogie was like saying one time he was right around the corner. He been right around the corner from me the whole time.
Right. And
so,
in the Durham area.
Yeah.
So he told me the same thing, man. But I've been hitting him, I've been calling him. I actually stopped calling him, man, because I figured, you know what I'm saying, whenever he ready, he'll come back, man. It won't be no ill will.
Yeah, because his phone's still on, so I guess he all right. Because I hit him every now and then.
Okay.
Just to see like if he gonna answer, but like
yeah,
it is what it is. Like we start winning like this, and Knox start getting off. Knox got what? Knox got a couple of those minutes too, huh?
Yeah, Knox got some minutes too.
Yeah, they came in firing away.
Yeah, man, these dudes is like, you ain't gonna hold me down, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. Everybody, listen, it's been great. It's been, man, we always have fun. Here we'll keep you updated on everything, y'all. Tomorrow, Knicks at Night podcast, we're gonna rock. I'll holler at y'all tomorrow.